Joining the desk now.
Oh, man.
Fox Sports college football analyst.
Oh, my God.
Heisman Trophy winner. In my mind, you're still the Heisman Trophy winner.
Appreciate that.
Reggie Bush.
Thank you.
Plus, Steelers legend and future Hall of Famer James Harrison, Marcellus, Sean Payton's crusade about this non-call can hurt them this upcoming season.
I just got one question for Reggie. Did you give them the replica or you gave them the original? No, I'm sorry. I would have gave them a fake Heisman so fast. Slauson Johnson's trophies. This is not an obsession. He's almost obligated to speak about it because he's on the competition committee.
Thank you.
At the owners' meeting.
Thank you.
Like day to day. You think this guy is really having compulsive behavior behind this call?
Yes.
You think he's 24/7 consumed about this call?
Yes.
Like, really?
Yes.
Have you ever brought up
Can they
something?
be comfortable with last year? Did they make money last year? Yeah, they can be real comfortable.
Yeah, but can you connect the dots and remember that he spoke about it when it happened? He spoke about it the next week because it was the Super Bowl when you can get things going, momentum going towards change and towards some rule changes. And then he brings it up again at owners' meeting, and you use that 2-month gap to say that every single day, all Sean Payton is thinking about is this call. He's trying to do it for his team, his own selfish ways, and for a greater good for all teams because this can haunt a franchise. I was a part of a franchise, the Music City Miracle. I don't think there's real correlation between the Music City Miracle and the fact that Buffalo's only been to the playoffs once since. But if you look at this situation, there's going to be regression to the mean. They had the best record in the league. What are the odds that they're going to have the best record in the league again? What are the odds?
That's good.
What are the odds that they're going to go to the Super Bowl or even win the Super Bowl? Slim to none, no matter what the year. I think right now you're mapping on the fact that he brought this up twice in 2 months to the fact that they're probably going to be a lesser team next year and saying this is going to be the reason.
Yeah. Listen, you just alluded to it. It is hard as hell to repeat what you did the year before. To get back to that same record that they had, that's nearly impossible. The Patriots make it look easy, but I promise you it's not easy. You've been through it. You've been through it. We've all been through it. It is not easy to get back to that. On another note, it's at the owners' meeting. He's supposed to talk about it there because that's where they try to fix some of the issues from last year.
Right.
I don't have an issue with reviewing non-calls because too often we're seeing games decided by the referees, right? It shouldn't be that way. You know how many guys in that game?
The game? Sean Payton, when he didn't run the ball on first down. You know damn well that's what cost him the game.
Look at that call not being called. It don't get no more egregious than that right there. That is crazy. That's like an offensive lineman talking about, I'm not holding you.
The ball was catchable.
He got his arms locked behind his back. The quarterback is standing there, and he holding him back like this.
Uncatchable. It's an optical illusion.
He runs straight into the ball.
Bro, look at that's
an optical illusion. The ball was past him. Wrong calls happen all the time.
That bad.
Yes.
Come on. Don't make him mad.
Don't make
You
James
almost let me go to James on set.
Bro, on one play, we had helmet to helmet, pass interference, CTE, all that. We didn't have to worry about one player,
players, but you didn't
What are y'all looking at?
That's helmet to helmet. You can't get no more helmet to helmet than that.
At least it's helmet to helmet.
Don't
try and win no argument. Just say
Can you give me helmet to helmet?
I don't believe in helmet to helmet. I don't believe in CTE. I like.
You don't believe in CTE?
No, I don't. And so I think it's overrated and exaggerated. And that's not. That man ain't hurt. That's a good football play.
It is a good football play, but it's a horrible.
If you were the receiver, is that a good football play?
Timing.
Is that a good football play?
That's too early.
Brees made a bad pass, and they should. You know damn well
That's not a bad pass. That's a good pass. The DB got to look. He got to turn his head. He didn't even turn his head.
He even admitted it.
He's not even allowed the bodyguard. That is, he hit the man before the ball.
He admitted it after
the snot out of him. Him himself said, I got away with it.
I got away with one.
Hey, but we going to the ball.
Okay. Answer this question. Honest to goodness. If they had run the ball on first down, would this even have been an issue?
This would have been less an issue. I don't know what issue because I don't know what the play calls were going to be beyond that.
If they had scored points in the first quarter, touchdowns rather than field goals because of the bad play calling, would this have been?
But all you're talking about is what they could have done. This was out of their control, and that's why they're complaining about it. Because something out of your control shouldn't dictate your forecast. It shouldn't dictate what the outcome is going to be. It shouldn't.
These are great football players, great coaches y'all play for. What do they tell you? Control what you can control.
Exactly.
Is that not what they tell you?
Exactly.
You know
and
what
they
they
still were in
also tell you?
position, and then someone outside that realm.
You know what also happens?
Controlled.
You know what also happens is When a player messes up and makes a mistake, we get chewed out. If you make too many mistakes, you get replaced or you get benched. Steve Wilkes got fired after 1 year. Yeah. Referees are not held to the same accountability as the rest of the league, as the players, and it shouldn't be that way. When you miss a call like that, of that magnitude, there should be some kind of...
Reggie, I don't like officials, but you do know that you players make a lot more money than the rest.
I knew you were going to go there.
I mean, it's just a fact.
Okay. But how much are the owners make? How much the owners make?
They didn't blow the call, though. I'm just saying, the referees make a lot less money, so the consequences aren't as great as they are for the players who they... Hell,
Sean Payton came up with another idea, too, full-time referees, which means that the pay would go up, too, right?
Yep.
Look, I kind of like full-time referees, but it won't fix this.
No.
Humans are going to make mistakes.
That's why we
That
need
one,
replay.
they could have called him. Thank you. They could have called that up.
That's why we need replay.
Well, full-time referees mean full-time humans doing the same job, which means perfect is the enemy of the good. And the good of this is we have really good officiating. Let's be real about it. 97% of the time, we're sitting there fine with how the game was called. Every now and then, something pops up, and every now and then, something gets exaggerated. Yeah. This was egregious.
Marcellus,
I give you that.
have you ever had anything that was that bad not called? In such a
not that bad.
Situation.
Even Music City Miracle, which was bad, I can understand where they thought it was the opposite call.
Okay,
and that's different.
Different category, but is this worse than the tuck rule and what cost Oakland? Is this worse than that?
No.
I can't say that.
So again, who was
Tuck rule took 30 minutes on the field to figure out.
And did the Raiders throw a whole off-season tantrum?
No, they just stopped making the playoffs.
They just
like Buffalo.
Hey,
I mean, there's an umbrella. There's a cloud,
he
a
brings
dark
it up
cloud
at times where it can be brought up. They're at the owners' meetings.
Yeah.
They're talking about the competition meetings.
What's
What's wrong with bringing it up? He's trying to get a rule that will absolve anybody from having to go to the same thing.
Yeah, Gruden left and went to
You
Tampa
can
one,
bring
two,
it up, but like, oh my God, they can't be comfortable with what happened last year. Give me a break. Man, y'all lost the game.
You're trying to represent
has he
narrative out there.
Has he once said, you know what, I did some things wrong in that game. I should have.
He didn't make that call wrong.
He says it's not headlines. When he says that, we ain't picking that up.
Yeah,
that ain't
what are you talking about?
What we gonna pick it up? Oh, he should have ran the ball in the first quarter.
He said I should have ran the ball. Yeah, you would bring it up. Nobody else would. They'd be like, yeah, okay. What? Coaches make bad choices.
I hate to even go to this next question because y'all already have let me know. I've lost respect for Sean Payton by the way he's handled this. Again, when I say lost, the guy's a great coach, and he's one of the 3 or 4 best coaches in football. But I knock him down a peg because this is not the way Belichick would handle this, I guarantee it. Belichick wouldn't be whining.
Well, Belichick is always the beneficiary of some of these.
Yeah, exactly.
He's never been on the other side of the table.
Every time it's a close call.
I'm not gonna lie.
Every time it's a close call, they're going to get it.
I was in New England, okay? And it was a call that I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, that's going to go against us. That's going to go against us. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at the screen, and I'm waiting on the ref to make the call.
You got a Pittsburgh mindset still.
The ref makes the call, right? And I turn and I look at somebody. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I turn and I look, and I'm like, what? He's like, it's New England.
But to that, everybody knows, every team knows when you play the Patriots in New England, and if that call's borderline, they're going to get the call. 100% they're going to get the call.
I'll tell you something, they don't replay anything questionable, like the screen going down, all that.
They're going to get it. They're going to get the call.
Y'all know Tom Brady's on his team and was suspended by the league.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, to make up for all them calls they got. I'm messing with you.
Tom Brady.
They don't get all the calls. It just very opportunistic.
He's the #1 player in the league, and they suspended him.
Yeah, he messed up.
Yeah, he messed up. What's wrong with that?
Those two are not connected.
Deflated.
Pass interference.
Over the balls being a little deflated. More comfortable to your hand.
He destroyed a phone. Have you ever destroyed a phone to get an upgrade? I haven't. No one has.
But again, to say that,
the phones.
All the old ones.
So y'all have lost this.
None.
This enhances your.
He's on the competition committee. Understand that they're going to put a microphone in your face. Understand that they're going to talk about what do you want to change going forward. Guess how you change it? You got to look backwards. And you have to look backwards into some of the moments that are.
Once the season starts, if he brings it up again, then I'll go with you. But until then, I'm not.
Okay, tell me, and I know how you feel about this, given your relationship with the commissioner, but the guy wore a Roger Goodell clown shirt shirt T-shirt at his press conference.
Who?
Sean Payton.
You put
at
two
his
and two
press
together.
conference.
Yeah.
Everybody.
What's wrong with that?
I'm talking about a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah.
That's not unbecoming of a head coach.
Okay, I can see that. That is maybe a little unbecoming for him to wear that shirt. If a player did it, I'd be like, yes, good job. But if it's a coach, that might be a little borderline unbecoming just because
He didn't
they all
unzip
work
it.
together.
He didn't unzip. He didn't unzip.
Listen.
All we saw was the top, and we put two and two together.
You're assuming that the rest of it was.
Yeah.
You didn't see.
Sean Payton's not arrogant, and arrogance didn't perhaps cost him. He got caught
He
up.
just missed the Super Bowl because of that call.
Yeah.
And he don't want to do nothing about it. He has the power to do whatever he wants because they gave him that power. All he had to do was say, you know what? At that point in time, he could have said, y'all missed that call. The call is what it should be, and give him the ball back, put him right there where they need to be. He has the power to do that. He has the
Goodell
power.
you talking about?
Yes, he has the power
Yeah.
to tell you if your socks are down too low, you know what? I just changed my mind. That's a $100,000 fine. They gave him that power. He has more power than anybody in the world except for God himself.
Well, not of that one.
And that
As it
NFL,
relates to the NFL.
as it relates to the NFL, like he has the power to change any rule that he wants to.
But we're talking about Sean Payton, and he has the power to let this
And
go.
he has the power to do what he's supposed to do because he's on
and
the
move
competition
on to
committee
next
and
city.
represent and show what has happened in the previous years because you are here now with the heads and everybody's trying to come to what will make.
I'm going to tell you where the disconnect is because y'all were players that are, long careers. Y'all haven't stepped into the fan shoes fully. And just when we start adding in all this replay and everything gets second guessed, it's not as enjoyable an experience for the fan. I get it. As players, you pour all that energy and you want everything to be perfect and right. I get it. But as a fan, the more I spend time thinking about the referees, the less passionate I am about the game.
So if they can do it in a timely fashion, would you be on board with what we're saying in terms of integrity and just getting the objective things right?
No, because
and that's objective. That wasn't even subjective.
But we talked
it was
about
helmet to helmet.
We talked about this yesterday, Marcellus. More replay you add, the more flags you're going to add. Because it's reviewable. I'm just going to throw them, and we'll sort it out in replay.
But you don't make every call reviewable,
Now
right?
non-calls they're talking about making reviewable. Now you don't even got to throw a flag, and they can still review it.
Yeah, clearly this
Well,
is
they
bad
still
non-calls
fine
out
you
there.
with non-calls too now. They send you a letter like, oh, we missed this in the game, but
Yeah.
you still get a letter for
Yeah,
15,
so he got
25,000.
fined.
Yeah.
He got fined. Roby got fined before they even had spoken about, whether it was a right call.
Right.
He had already had
Fined
the FedEx
already
in the
for
back.
helmet to helmet.
FedEx was waiting on him by the time he landed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With the fine.